The holidays present special problems for our pets because there usually seems to be more food available for them to scavenge off of tables, but also we also have parties, we have food dropping on the floor, we have lots of family by, we have little kids who might be feeding our pets under the table. We all worry about overloading on the animals on fats and on sugars and causing diseases like pancreatitis or gastric upset or vomiting and diarrhea. But even beyond those diseases, there are toxins that can be found in some common holiday-like foods that we have to be really aware of. So the number one thing would be chocolate. And I think that, again, most of us are aware chocolate contains theobromines, which are structurally very similar to caffeine. And just think for a moment how you as a human being react to caffeine, especially if you've had a large amount and it's something you're sensitive to. And you have to consider that our dogs are really sensitive to a lot of these ingredients in foods because they don't eat them on a daily basis. They don't drink their lattes every day on the way to work. And so when they're exposed to caffeine, it's a big jolt. So again, this is a substance that's similar to caffeine. Chocolate does contain caffeine, but it also contains theobromines, which again, structurally very similar to caffeine and stimulate the nervous system. And when that happens, the dog might get really hyperactive. It might be kind of like a sugar rush in a little kid, but it's much more intense for the dog than just a sugar rush. Their nervous system is actually being overly bombarded with stimulation. And the dogs can get, because of that, they can get very anxious, which then further worsens their clinical signs. When dogs are really have a very high dose of theobromine, they'll get that nervous system stimulation that can progress to seizure activity. They also tend to vomit quite a lot. And that's a really horrible combination for a dog. If it starts to have a seizure and is also vomiting, there's a huge risk that it's going to actually inhale some of its vomit into its lungs. And the chance of a dog recovering from that is extraordinarily low. So chocolate can be very deadly.